Hello. Hi. It's Sherry Capella from Sherapy, and today is day number 13 of 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. So if you're new to me, over the course of the next 100 days, actually, what is that, 87 days? Over the course of the next 87 days, I'm going live for a total of 100 days to share with you 100 ways to motivate yourself. As somebody who's going through life coach training and working on improving myself, I thought I would take you guys on this journey as I had to read this book. And so the book is called 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself and How to Change Your Life Forever by Stephen Chandler. And yes, I am live in my master bathroom because of kids, okay? I don't clean it ahead of time. It just is life. So day number 13, you guys, is amazing. And I know I say this a lot, but day 13 rocks. In fact, it rocks so much that it completely changed my whole day because I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, okay? So without further ado, I'm just going to share with you what day 13 is. Day 13 is definitely plan your work. Some of us may think we're too depressed right now to start on a new course of personal motivation, or we're too angry, or we're too upset about certain problems. But Napoleon Hill insisted that's the perfect time to learn one of life's most unusual rules. There is one unbeatable rule for the mastery of sorrows and disappointments, and that is the transmutation of those emotional frustrations through definitely planned work. It is a rule which has no equal. Hey, Kathy, if somebody could just let me know that you guys can hear me. Hey, Tracy, let me know that you can hear me because I keep doing these. Hi, Aunt Cindy. Can you guys hear me okay? So basically, Napoleon Hill, and he's an amazing author. The author in the book quotes him. Napoleon Hill is somebody that I talked about a couple of days ago as his book could change your life, you guys. It's complex and it's deep, but Think and Grow Rich is amazing. Thank you, Aunt Cindy. Is amazing. So here he quotes Napoleon Hill by saying there is one unbeatable rule for the mastery of sorrows and disappointments. So what that means, the beginning of this chapter talks about how you might be feeling depressed, you might be feeling anxious, you might be lacking personal strength or motivation, and how the one thing to overcome that is planning. So what I want to do is just kind of take you through what my morning held for it, okay? And how it kind of relates to this one and how true this one is and kind of just show you how it turned my life, my day around. So this morning, as I mentioned, I got up on the wrong side of the bed and I just wasn't feeling it. I needed to walk 10,000 steps. I had all these things that I needed to do, but I just wasn't feeling it. It wasn't bringing it. And I sat down and I took a look at, what is day number 13 because I always like journal about it and take notes about it before I go live. And I read this and it talked about how when you're not feeling it, that more than ever is a sign that you need to plan. And it occurred to me, I hadn't planned my day. It's not a good feeling to think that you have to plan every day, and I'm not advocating that you do plan every day, but the more you plan your time, the more success you're going to have, especially if you're a professional, especially if you're a parent. It doesn't matter if you have 1 kid or 12 kids. Well, 12 kids, that matters. The point here is that time management is everything. And the more that you can kind of squeeze time and productivity out of your day, the better you're going to feel. Now, what I wanted to share with you was the notes that I took because I thought they were kind of more poignant than reading what I had read in the book there. So here's what I talked about, I don't know, a couple of days ago. We have in our family AM and PM routines. We have these routines basically in place as our daily plan. And it's very hard on weekends to follow these because they don't apply. We need weekend plans. And it became evident to me today that we don't have a good weekend planning system. So I need AM and weekend systems in place. Because the truth is this, that when you have a PM routine, that is something you do at night, where you prep for the day, the following day, It sets the stage for a successful day. And we're not talking about hours of things that you need to do at night in your PM routine. We're talking make some coffee for the next day, get your clothes set out, pack lunches if you need to. You know what your next morning looks like. Whatever you do tonight for tomorrow is going to set the stage for tomorrow, and it's going to set you up for success. Then when you wake up in the morning, because the stage is set, the tone of your day goes so much more smoothly. So while it's true that you do need a plan for your life, you do need a plan for your day. And of course, you know, you go to work and there's a plan. You check in, this is what you do. The end of the day, this is what you do, and then you're done. You have an AM PM plan there. You need an AM PM plan in your daily life, especially if you're finding that you're blue, you're depressed, you're anxious, you're overwhelmed, all of that. So again, I woke up this morning, wrong side of the bed, was feeling like I wasn't bringing it. And it occurred to me as I read this that it was because I didn't tee up the night before. I didn't set the stage. Last night we sat down as a family, we had movie night. When it was over, good night. I went to bed. I'm an early bird. So when I woke up this morning, my coffee wasn't right. I didn't have a plan for what I was going to be meal prepping. I didn't have any plans, and as a result, I felt completely overwhelmed. The volume needs to go up. Oh, that's the best I can do, Sandra. I'm sorry. So right now, what I want to share with you is how when that happened, what I did was I stopped my day. I knew if I wasn't feeling it, I needed to feel it, because Sundays are too critical to the success of the rest of my week. So I sat down, I did my, journaling, I did everything I needed to do for the day, the reading that I do for my life coaching class. And then I started planning out my day, the rest of the day. This was 3 o'clock today, you guys, on a Sunday. I still did this. I planned out the rest of the day. I came up with the teamwork that the kids had to do. You're welcome, Sandra. And then I planned out what goals and things I needed to do before I went to bed to call this day a success. Because in one of the life coaching classes I'm taking right now with Hannah Keeley, she has this quote, you guys, and it just resonated with me today. Sloppy success beats perfect failure. Let that sink in. As you start your journey on trying to plan your days, even your weekends, sloppy success beats perfect failure. I could sit and bemoan the day and be, kind of cranky toward my family, or I could just look at it as, hey, you know what? I was tired. My body needed a rest. I had a glass of wine last night. I was probably feeling like I had a hangover because a whole glass of wine these days isn't all it takes. So I thought, I can throw in the towel and let this day dictate the rest of my week as a metaphorical, setting of the stage for the rest of the week, because Sundays are normally my prep days. Or I could pick up my mat and I could walk to the water. I could seriously just say, you know what? If I have sloppy success, that is better than perfect failure, because then I'm showing up for myself. So as you embark on 2018 and you start thinking about where you want to be, where you want to go, what you want to do with your life, know that you need to crawl before you walk. And before you can run, you've got to walk. And before you can walk, or before you can run and do flips and do everything else, you have to master running. Everything needs to happen in its order. And sloppy success beats perfect failure every time, because perfect failure only means that you're not showing up for yourself. So day 13 is all about definitely plan your work, and it couldn't be more true. I pulled myself up, did my Sharepie, journaled about why I was feeling crappy, and the reality was it's because I didn't have a plan. And so as a result, I was ready to fail. So I just journaled about it, looked at my notes, sloppy success beats perfect failure. So I am going to do a quick recap. I'm only going to do these recaps on Sundays from here out. But so we're on day 13 of 100. The first day was get on your deathbed, live with the end in sight. Number 2 was stay hungry, get a vision. This was the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, guys. Day 2 was awesome. Day 3, tell yourself a true lie. See yourself living your best life. Day 4, keep your eyes on the prize. Focus on the right thing. Jimmy Johnson, that was the whole metaphor of, you know, walking on a board when it's on the ground. Your focus is fine because you don't fear it, but you put that 2x4 10 feet up in the air, and suddenly you're focused on your fear of falling than you are on your fear of success. Day 5, learn to sweat in peace. What you do now is going to pay off later. That's the AM PM routine, guys. Number 6, simplify your life. Take some of the guesswork out of your days. Don't think that you have to, you know, do everything at once. Come up with a schedule for things. Number 7, look at the lost gold. Your opportunities will multiply when you choose to see them. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Number 8, push all of your own buttons. This means nobody knows better than you on what motivates you. So have those things queued up to motivate you. Start listening to the music that motivates you. Start watching the shows that motivate you. Subscribe to a podcast. Number 9, build a track record. Quit quitting on yourself and start collecting evidence of where, you know, you're seeing that you have a track record of succeeding in certain areas, and start telling yourself a different story. Number 10, welcome the unexpected. That's basically talking about thinking outside of the box, and seeing the possibilities, and recognizing that sometimes unexpected things can be blessings in disguise. Number 11, find your master key. Be a student. When the student is ready, the teacher suddenly appears. So what that means is you know how to channel your best. Start channeling your best if you're not going in the direction that you want your life to go into. Number 12, put your library on wheels. This was yesterday. You know, if you have a commute, you have opportunity to learn. Stop wasting your time surrounding yourself and listening to horrible things on the radio that aren't going to matter, and chances are you're probably zoning out, and start tuning into an area where you have opportunity to grow and to learn. Watch what you're listening to at home. Are you watching too much news? Are you just a sitcom person? You know, there's opportunity there. And number 13, definitely plan your work. So definitely plan your work is something I can't begin to preach enough. And it's certainly something that is incredibly beneficial if you are a working professional or if you are a parent. So there you go. Day 13 in the books. Have a good day. Bye.